Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Rampage coming at you with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the 2022 NFL Draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. But before we get into today's mock, if you guys are new to the channel, please remember to leave a like and subscribe because it always does help me out. And comment what teams or players you want to see next up. I'd be happy to do a video about them. With 3 first-round picks this year, the Eagles have as much ammunition as you could ever have, with them being the first team since 2013 to have 3 first-round picks and be a playoff team since the Minnesota Vikings did it. With the 12th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Ahmad Gardner, cornerback, Cincinnati. The sauce man himself is coming to the city of brotherly love, baby. At 6'3", 200 pounds, Gardner is an absolute stud of an athlete at corner, and he's coming off one of his best years with the Cincinnati Bearcats reaching the semifinals of the college football playoffs. What I really like about Gardner's game is he is a nasty player in press coverage, and especially going into zone coverage. He likes to bait passers into thinking they have perfect throwing lanes. This leads me to another point about Gardner. He has one of the most talented instincts in this draft. And while he's not the fastest corner, being at a 4.5 sub 40-yard time, he's able to shoot like a missile on the ball and has burst to catch up to receivers, agility, and length. I mean, who doesn't like a physical corner? But with that being said, Gardner gets very greedy and sometimes is very grabby. And while he doesn't have the best footwork and he's also very raw, I think the Eagles are going to get an absolute stud for an outside corner. And I honestly think this guy could be a top 10 cornerback in the next 3 years, especially with 4-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay being in the cornerback room. God, Detroit misses you, man. For the next pick, I was kind of all over the place because I feel like the Eagles could get Kyle Hamilton if he's still there, or they could go for a wide receiver, but I feel like that's too early, and they really need linebacker help. So I was at a loss for words for this pick. Next up, with the 19th pick in the NFL Draft, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting David Ojabo, linebacker, Michigan. And this guy is an unbelievable athlete, man. He's only been playing football for 5 years now. At 6'5", 250 pounds, Ojabo has had an absolute insane season in 2021, recording 35 tackles, 11 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles to help the Michigan Wolverines reach the college football playoffs. He's been absolutely lights out. And the one thing that I love about this guy is his pure explosiveness. When he works in tandem with Aiden Hutchinson, the two are French kiss. And while this guy doesn't have the best 40-yard time with a 4.75, he's able to use his burst and rush off the line really quickly. Because of this guy's freakish athleticism I mentioned earlier, Michigan was able to put him all over the place as outside linebacker and as a defensive end. And they can do this because he's got great length and bend, almost as if a ghost move, chipping away the offensive tackle's hand like it's nothing. The only real problem I have with the Eagles taking him here is he does have some inexperience. I mean, he's only been playing 5 years, 2 as a starter. If he can fix his run game inconsistency and RPO problems, he's going to be an excellent choice for the Eagles. With the 21st pick in the NFL Draft, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Drake London, wide receiver, USC. Look, I'm not totally sold on the whole Jalen Hurts experiment like many people are, but you got to get this guy some help if you want to do another year with him. Outside of Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Quez Watkins, Drake London fits this mold perfectly. At 6'5", 210 pounds, London is an absolute Frankenstein athlete, combining everything you would want in a number 1 or number 2 receiver. He's got a great frame that allows him to go up and get contested catches, and he's dangerous in the open field with a 40-yard time of 4.48 seconds. Before breaking his ankle in Week 9 against Arizona, London piled up 1,084 yards, 84 catches, and 22 broken tackles, 19 contested catches in only 8 games on the season. Another reason why I like London for the Eagles so much is he's great in blocking. He's easily able to chip away from blitzing linebackers and get into the open field if he has to make a catch. My biggest concern with the Eagles taking him here is obviously his ankle. There's no for sure telling if he'll come back from it, but if he does, he will be monstrous for the Eagles. With the Eagles' second round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have them selecting Henry To'oTo'o, linebacker, Alabama. I got you double dipping, Philly. At 6'2", 225 pounds, To'oTo'o is the kind of football player that makes you want to smash your TV when you watch him. One of the reasons why I'm in love with this guy is he has great football instincts, and his IQ to diagnose the play right off the rip is just insane. Especially when he's in the box, he's an absolutely energetic player and has a good high motor and decent enough range of motion to keep pace. He's got excellent burst off his initial stance. and has the flashing closing speed that you want to see in any linebacker with a 4.52 40-yard time. And while he doesn't have necessarily great length or reach, he does have physicality on his side, and boy, does he use that to his advantage. And if you're wanting another stout leader on defense, 2020 possesses many intangibles, especially when he's in the Mike position. And ultimately, I think that's where most of his promise lies. Ultimately, one of the biggest weaknesses this guy possesses is on the second level, especially when you have the offensive lineman shifting into motion or running to the second level to block. And while I did say he is quick to react, sometimes it does hurt him, especially in play action. However, if Nick Rallis, by the way, who's the youngest position coach in the NFL, gets his hands on him, I think he'll be great. With their third round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Jalen Pitre, safety, Baylor. On the outside, it doesn't look like Pitre is even worth a third-round pick at just being 6 foot, 197 pounds. But what you're going to love about this guy, Eagles fans, is he's got great physicality, and he compensates his small frame by destroying larger blockers with his sheer strength. And all around, Pitre offers major athleticism. And you know how a spring is nonstop bouncing, boing, boing, boing? This guy is very twitchy and explosive, and he's incredibly rangy in the pursuit with a 4.45 to 4.55 40-yard time. And overall, his largest selling piece to me is his overall instincts, his football IQ, his eye discipline. He knows when to drive it home, but he knows when to step back, and he's really great at evading blocks. Out of several areas he can improve on, he needs to have better fast feet, especially in press or off man coverage. He just needs to put more weight on. There's nothing really he can do about height. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe and grade me on this draft. I want to know how I did. This is the first time I've ever done a team outside of the Lions, so let me know how I did. I think I did a pretty decent job. And from now on, these videos are going to be only the top 5 picks on each team. I'm not doing a full draft unless it's a PFF video. If you guys do want to see any other type of video based on team, player, whatever, I'll be happy to do it. Just comment down below. I answer all my comments. But anyway, guys, have a good one.